buy a dummies book, see the structure, follow the rules, do the bullet points, and be done knowing it's going to work. But all of the breakthroughs, all of the magic happens when you do something that might not work. And it's the things that might not work that are generous. That's where art lives. That's where innovation lives. That's where the magic happens.
So let me think of that. The things that might not work, that's where the generous is.
Right.
And so give me an example, like, because I listen to your podcast and I've listened to pretty much all of them, and I always wonder, did he just wake up and think about this odd story of coincidences? This guy who had a baby fell on him, the same baby 2 years in a row. Like where do these, you know, uh, take your quote you just said and apply it to that example.
Okay. So let me give you a public example first, and I'll talk about the baby thing. So Warby Parker is saving Americans hundreds of millions of dollars by attacking an Italian conglomerate that's a multi-billion-dollar company that makes all the eyeglasses in the world. Warby was started by a bunch of kids at UPenn, at Wharton, and it worked. But all of their advisors and all the people who they trusted said, nah, that's never going to work.
Adam Grant mentions this in...
Exactly. Adam Grant said it's never going to work. So they did something that might not work. And as a result, large numbers of people benefited. Plenty of their classmates built another version of this or another version of that. Didn't work. So I got a podcast coming up. I know in the back of my head, I have a microphone. What am I going to talk about? And my art director, creative director, Alex Peck, mentions James Cook to me for something else that I write about. And the very next day, I run into James Cook on Wikipedia twice in 20 years. And that's a coincidence. And I feel that feeling we all get when we get a coincidence. I say to myself, is that feeling right? Is it okay that I feel this feeling? What could I teach people about coincidences that might rub them the wrong way, but is actually true? So I said, all right, I'm going to need some really juicy coincidences here. So I start Googling for juicy coincidences. And then I think about, oh, wait, there's that doppelganger I met, and that coincidence happened. And then I got this other one. So now I got 7 coincidences. 3 that I found in the outside world, 4 that happened to me. I draw some lines between them, and I say, the obvious thing to say about coincidences is this. I shouldn't say anything obvious because everyone will go, of course. What's the non-obvious insight that we can tell ourselves about coincidences that might help us make better decisions going forward, deal with con men, bring better work to the world? Oh, I need a couple more dots to make that argument. So I search some more. All right, now I got enough anecdotes. This isn't proof. I just want to describe these anecdotes to people. And if they're like me, when they hear them, they'll come to the conclusion I came to. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying, look at these dots. When you look at all these dots, what do you think? And if you go, well, of course, then it was a good podcast.
And so what's to you a bad example where you were going down an idea that you thought initially was interesting? Like, for instance, this coincidence one, I thought it was a great podcast. You bring up great anecdotes. Part of your amazing ability as a podcaster is your ability to tell a great story. But like the coincidences idea, you're kind of on the gray area of things people know and things people don't know. Because people know that, okay, over the course of a lifetime, odds are you're going to experience 5 or 6 coincidences, amazing coincidences.
You would
that's
think,
the math.
but that's not what my email says.
Right. So that's why I say it's in the gray area. Like, I had heard the concept before, but then I really appreciated your storytelling and the examples, and it made me think further about the issue, whereas some people might not know the concept at all. And so the other thing I'm curious about is, are you just a massive reader so that you're being exposed to thousands of ideas that people might think are common ideas?
Yeah, I don't think I work as hard as people think I do, and I know I don't read as much as I would like or as I used to.
You're the first person who admits that.
But I'm a collector, right? So something happens to me at the DMV, right? And I'm like, this is going to be a blog post. It's going to be a blog post. A year from now, 5 years from now,